Welcome to another episode of Solostrats, where we help you as a solo player to get the maximum team benefit out of your utilities, without your team necessarily even knowing or appreciating it. In today's episode, I hope you are not scared of heights, because we will be going over Vertigo Bombsite B. Let's jump into it. Okay, so as a terrorist, there are three ways to reach Bombsite B. Number one is when you push upstairs. The second one that we're going to discuss is when you go through a window in the middle. And the third one is when you push through CT towards Bombsite B. Now, first of all, taking stairs as a terrorist. Your biggest problem when taking stairs as a terrorist is that there is really a lot of angles looking in on you, and you have to use this small little staircase to reach the bomb site. So all the CTs do know where you are going to be coming from when you use stairs. So you are basically once again a fish in a barrel. Furthermore, you have this situation where if you run through the middle of these two white boxes, you enter a crossfire from a lot of angles, and that when you get to the top of the stairs, you can be so busy taking a firefight on long range that you can't see this guy hiding here. So ideally what we want to do is to have a smoke somewhere over here to block off all the side's back angle, as well as a molly over there. As this will push this guy off this angle, and it will allow you and your team to actually reach the bomb site from this side. And what's nice about going from this side is because you are running against the wall, you never have a crossfire, and you can isolate these angles one by one. So without your teammates knowing it, you are making their lives easier. So, let me first start off by showing you a fake you can throw from T-spawn, just to make life interesting if you rather decide to go A. You simply come and stand on this little cross here, just in front of this cone. You find the halfway point of this section of the pipe, and you simply do a jump throw. As you will see, it's going to bounce nicely onto B site, and it's going to be quite an effective smoke. So these people can't see stairs, these ones also, so the CTs will get nervous and maybe even call for a rotate while you are actually going A. But now for the real smokes that we are going to use. The smokes I'm going to show you is from down here. The reason I'm showing it to you from down here is because you are out of sight and they are basically both thrown from the same angle. So what you would like to do is you want to find this spot where the sunshine makes this weird little indentation into the shadow, and from there reverse into the crate. For the smoke we want to crouch so that we see that white line over there, the top of those crates, till where it intersects this black pillar. Take out your smoke and you simply do a left click throw while crouching. As you will see, this is a very effective smoke. It smokes off all the angles on sight, which only leaves you with this guy over here who's going to have an angle on you, as well as this guy hiding up here, but him will solve with a molly. So for the molly we stand on exactly the same spot. This one is a bit strange because you find the halfway point of this orange, whatever this is, and you just go a bit to the right on top of this table and just do a left click throw. As you can see, it bounces on there nicely, so it mollies off the guy sitting this corner or anywhere up here. So if you do the two together, so once again, smoke, crouch, line it up, that line with this line, do your left click throw, stand up, get your molly, find a halfway point a bit to the right on top there, do your left click throw. Now as you can see, when you rush up, you only have to pre-aim this angle because these angles can't see you and that one is clear. And now because you are running this way, you are isolating all these angles, taking these fights one at a time before reaching sight. Okay, now pushing window from middle. So when you push out of the window, you have all these angles around here. You also have these angles. A dangerous angle is this guy playing here because you can't see him, but he can swing out and take a shot at you. So that's also a dangerous angle. Also, sometimes guys camp here, so when you jump out and you are distracted by aiming at these angles, they simply shoot you from the side. And there's a lot of angles looking in at window from over here, here, all these angles all around here. So the most effective smoke that we can use is to have a smoke landing over here, as that blocks off the first part of all those angles, which will allow you to actually get out from window without being shot. And then of course we want to molly this one over here, as this has the effect that when you drop down and you know these angles are clear, you only have these two angles to worry about, and you can take your time clearing these angles one at a time, pushing around onto site. So the way we do this is to simply come and stand against this pillar. This has the added benefit of you knowing that CT is clear. So stand against a pillar, get out your smoke. For the smoke you find the halfway point of this section over here. Just aim up to where it's on the same height as this iron rebar sticking out here. Do a left click throw. As you can see, it bounces in there nicely, smokes off all those angles on site. So they can't see you pushing out of window. They have no information how many you are pushing window. And even this guy is smoked off as well. For the molly, we do exactly the same thing. So we stand against the same pillar, except where we aimed halfway with the smoke, we now aim into this gap over here onto the same height as that rebar. Once again, do a left click throw. As you can see, that lands perfectly, pushing this guy off. So if you have both of these in place, smoke halfway, up, left click throw, molly to the left, throw. Now what happens when you push over, you clear these angles. Now you can only clear those angles one at a time, and then take your time to actually isolate these angles and get onto site. So first of all, when coming from CT, always remember to make certain that this angle over here is clear, because this is quite a popular angle for the CTs to be playing, as it's an easy angle to peek and you are running into his crosshair. So once you've made certain this angle is clear, for the smoke, what we want to do is we want to stand in line with this light. We don't want to stand on this line where the spotlight is, but we want to stand back on this first line before the spotlight. Take out your smoke, simply aim at the pillar at this dark patch over here, and you simply do a left click throw. What this is going to do, it's going to block off all those angles. And this is going to allow you, when you push out, to make certain window is clear, because you don't have to come here and clear these angles and accidentally get shot from window. So you can simply swing around, clear window before pushing onto site. Okay, as for the molly, you simply come and stand in line with this orange, whatever you call this thing. Stand on this line, take out your molly, aim at the bottom of this beam. Just do your left click throw. And the reason we're choosing this molly is because it mollies off these boxes and this pillar over here, as these are high percentage angles. So that just basically increases your chances when you push around, because there won't be somebody sitting these three angles. This side will be smoked off, so you can easily push out, pre-aim window, and then swing around and start clearing from the side. Let me just show it to you with everything in place. So for the smoke, stand on this line, in line with this pole, aim at the dark spot, do your throw, get out your molly, stand there, aim, throw, get out your rifle. Those angles are clear, pre-aim window. Now you can actually just swing around. That guy is pushed off by the molly, so you can swing around, isolate these angles and reach site. And that's it for playing the terrorist. Pretty easy. Okay, as discussed in all earlier videos, when playing CT you can't really use your utilities to a maximum benefit of your team, as your team will be split up over the whole map. However, what you can do as a CT is to delay the terrorist charge, thereby allowing your teammates more time to rotate or to sneak in from behind. Also, in a retake situation, you can actually use your utilities in much the same way as you would as a terrorist, thereby just lessening the angles and making the survivability of you and a teammate better when you try to reach the site. Now, as discussed earlier, the terrorists have 3 spots they can enter the site from. They can either use stairs, use window in the middle, or from CT. So I'm going to show you how to delay on all these spots using a smoke and a molly. And I'm going to do it from the most played angles, like this white box over here, back of sight behind this pillar, these red crates over here, and this angle over here. So without further ado, be ready to take down the numbers relating to your favorite positions, so that you know where to come back to get the lineups of your specific playstyles. As a CT, when you retake, you have a lot of the same angles and problems to worry about as when you take the site as a terrorist. So just be sure to use your utilities as shown in the beginning to lessen these angles for you and your teammates when you try to reach the site for the defuse. Also remember to hit that subscribe button and bell notification, as these guides will be coming out over all the maps, including the new ones. Let me know in the comment section if this video helped you out, and remember that the Solostrats short series contains all the lineups shown in these guides without any of the commentary or explanations. So if you ever need to quickly review, remember to check those out. Till next time, go and impress your friends with your utility use.